100 वर्सांसान बोटीर वचपी गोंयकार तारवट्यांनी आपल्या गावाच्या नावार ह्यो कुडी भाड्याक घेतिल्ल्यो. आयज ह्यो कुडी देखभालीच्या अभावान अत्यंत बिकट स्थितीत आसात. हे गोंयचे दायज कशें सांबाळप हाचेर ह्या बसकेत विचार जालो. बसके उपरांत गोमंतक टीव्ही कडेन उलयतना फेडरेशन ऑफ ऑल गोवा क्लबाचे अध्यक्ष थॉमस सिक्वेरा हांणी ह्या क्लबाची अशी अवतिकाय कित्याक जाला आनी हे क्लब कशें साल्वार करपाक जातात हाचेर उजवाड घालो.
Yeah, my name is Thomas Xavier Sequeira. I am the president of Federation of all Goan Kudds in Bombay. We normally have a general body meeting in Bombay, but it's the first time I felt that it is better that we have in Goa, and Kortali would be a better place to have because people, club from all over, from Mapsa, Vasco, Margaon, Panji, all can come to this place. So very convenient for them. Now, why I want to have in Goa, because most of the people who are the members and the committee members of the club, they are practically in Goa because they have retired. They have they were working in ship. Now they have finished their ship job and now they are there. Very few people are staying in Bombay. Many of the clubs are what happened. There are hardly a single person staying there. Now what is the worry is that such a big clubs they have got. The ancestors have made these clubs. At those days there was no accommodation of any Goan clubs. But Goan people could not afford to have any place to stay there. So people were going from here, working in Bombay, they made a place that's called Kudds. Kudds is a place like a dwelling and benevolence. Most of the government feels that we are doing entertainment. There is no entertainment there. Entertainment among us, like they celebrate the feast of the particular chapel or something like that. That is entertainment. Not like gambling or which with other clubs are doing. Our clubs are only for residential. Initially, almost 100 years back, these clubs have been formed by ancestors. Each village, one village or even 100 clubs, because that was the demand of those days. And there was hardly any person saying place remaining for them to sleep also. But today the story is different because people are able to go directly from Goa to abroad to join their ships. Earlier they had to come to Bombay because there was no arrangement regarding the planes. Now there is enough place for them. And so there are very few people who go on clubs. Wow, we have got place remaining there for a long time. Many of the clubs, what has happened is initially they were not registered. And because they were not registered, they were not getting a rent receipt in the name of the clubs. So the managers of the clubs were made the owners as far as this rent receipt were issued in their name. They were not owners, they were made rent receipt in their name. And now that the clubs are registered, the landlord sometimes refuse to even transfer it in the name of the club. They say no, this is given the name. But we are telling them that this is not an individual place. This is the sort of club. This is a club from the particular village where come, and these clubs are a sort of a blessing for people who could not afford those days. Now they can afford. Now many people are feeling even shy to go to the club because could anybody say, because they are now made enough money and they are quite well to do. They go and stay in a hotel. But if what I suggested in the meeting today, why don't you renovate your clubs, make the place more beautiful, make beds, air-conditioned rooms in your thing, and so that your members can come and stay there instead of paying money outside. Then money can come for your village, or in case you can't do anything for a part of it can you can dispose of and bring and make a community hall in the village, so it can benefit all the people who are in the village. There are people who are sometimes create a lot of problems, but those people have to tackle them. There are people who will say there is no, we are not staying there, so we don't pay. What I told them is because of these, the ancestors have done this for y'all. Y'all went abroad, made money and came. You have become rich only because the ancestors have done facility. Now it is your duty to contribute something for the club so that people who can't afford can go there. Not necessarily from your village. There are Goans all over India. There are Goans all over world also. Everybody can't afford to go in a hotel and stay there. So this is a God-made place available in Mumbai, which is a very is a precious commercial center of Bombay. So make use of it. Use the best place of it. Even we had a meeting in Margaon, to apprise all the members, non-members, all the public persons. And that in 17 December we had this very good crowd. And then this AGM, we thought the official decision what you have to take, it has to be done once in Goa, so that all members can come and contribute and give their suggestion and do good for the club.
सध्या परिस्थिती बदलिल्ल्यान ह्या क्लबांनी आता लोक येनात आणि ताका लागून ह्या क्लबाची कुयदाद लेगीत करप शक्य जायना अशें जुजे डाकोस्टा हांणी सांगले.
प्रॉब्लेम म्हणजे कितें आहा, मेंबर बॉम्बे आतां जवळ रावना मेंबर, short of members. They, since the direct flights are, first there were a lot of employments in Mumbai, so there was no place to stay in Mumbai. Now what has happened is that now those who have gone abroad, they get the direct flight to Goa or connecting flight from Mumbai. So there is hardly any need for them to stay. So they find that it is they are wasting time by going to the club and all. Though in the past they made it their life in the clubs. They are living, you can say, because living is so cheap in club. You have to pay hardly 50 rupees per month. So cheap. So that all that money they used to save, and they used to remit that extra money to their parents in Goa. So now that the whole this thing scope has changed. They don't require the clubs, don't require the club, but who will handle it? That is the problem. Some clubs are facing such a big problem that they have no people to manage it, even in Goa, because most of them have migrated to UK or Europe or Australia and all. There is hardly one. I have come across one club who is begging with me to support us. And they have gone, they are not remitting anything. They are making a big money abroad. But they have forgotten about this club. No,
So how
no,
to
but
save the clubs?
these clubs, these are all are situated. I will tell you, all these clubs are situated in prominent places in Mumbai city, and these places are highly valuable. It is like a gold mine, which they will never be able to buy in future, because even the rent, if you are going to buy a small flat also, it will cost you crores of rupees. The rate around this Mazgan area in Dobitalam is around 25 to 30,000 per square foot. So naturally, these clubs will be wiped off in course of time, because these builders and all, they are coming and taking over these properties. And our people, I have seen the club who is occupying 2000, about 2000 feet, and they want to sell it. They are paying rent, no doubt. They want to sell it. I mean, why? You cannot hold it. A new building will come up by next year or another 2 years. But still, they are saying, no, nobody is there to come from Goa to manage this. It is very rare.
After selling, the money goes to whom?
Yeah, they want to sell it. They are expecting around 8 crores. But I came to know that they will be getting maximum 5 crores. Not above, as this is the position. But once it is redeveloped, they will be getting double the amount, more than 10 crores, because that area is big. And they will be getting additional area, around 30% more area they will be getting. So there is a lot of advantage. And now this metro station is also close by to that. It is passing through the Vidalo. So the prices are going to appreciate.
Who owns these clubs?
Huh?
Who owns the clubs?
Owns, some other owners are there. Some other owners are not Goans, non-Goans, they are the owners. But then you have to hold on these properties till redevelopment takes place. Because the owner, they cannot, on their own, they cannot redevelop. Only the builder should come into the picture. Then it will be redeveloped. Then I advise them in so many ways. You keep a part of it. Supposing 2,500 square feet, how much you require? About 500 feet. You keep a 500. Other you make it in the different flats or rooms and all, and you can rent over, like lodges, rooms and all, because there is space is a problem in Mumbai. There is only vertically you have to go up. Horizontally there is no chance. So this is
बाणावली क्लबाचो चेअरमॅन चार्ल्स फर्नांडीस हांणी क्लबाच्या जाणवलदारांक सगळे कायदेशीर सोपोस्कर वेळार पुराय करपाची शिटकावणी दिली. सगळे क्लब चॅरिटी कमिशना कडेन जाता तितले बेगीन नोंदणी करून घेवचे असो तांणी उलो मारलो.
I am today we had a general body meeting of the All Goans Federation Kudds, and in today's meeting we discussed a lot of issues. And आमचे main issues म्हणटाय ते ह्या क्लबांचे there are no people staying in these schools or in these clubs, and they are abandoned. And most of these properties in Bombay, they are tenanted properties. Tenanted properties जाल्यान कितें जाता, and they are charitable institution, charities. So tenanted properties and charitable institution, the first rule of a charitable or this institution is to be registered with the charity commissioner. Most of these clubs, most of the representatives of the clubs, I asked them, and it is found that most of them are not following the rules and regulation of the charity commissioner. And in absence of those non-compliance of these rules and regulation, the clubs or the properties of these charity or properties of these schools can be endangered, because since they are tenanted, it is the owner's property. If you are not being an owner's property and you are paying rent to the owners and you are not registered with the charity commissioner, the owner can anytime take over these properties. And if you approach the court, then court will ask you if you are registered with the charity commissioner, or if you are following their procedures, you are complying with the rules and regulations of the charity commissioner. And I found most of the club which are not, they are not in compliance with the charity commissioner office. So I have been appointed in this federation as an advisor, and I advise many clubs to follow the rules and regulation of the charity commission. That is, you have to file a change report every 3 years. The committee changes, the committee gives an extension, committee is given an extension, so that has to be informed to the charity commissioner, which is known as the change report. Every year the trust has to comply with the auditing. They have to file a audit report by doing the profit and loss statement of the club, and with the help of that they have to file a change audit report for every year. And it is found that most of the clubs are not following. So my role is specifically to guide these people to follow all this procedure, and I am advising all these people, all the clubs in this regard, to follow the rules and regulation of the charity commissioner.
गोमंतक टीव्ही खातीर सिनियर जर्नलिस्ट नीरज नाईक.